Hi, I'm Daria Mahold. I'm a certified health coach and a quantum biology geek, helping people regain control over health and happiness. In this video, I'll dive into why weight loss can be a real challenge and why it doesn't need to be. It's all about grasping the fundamental principles of weight loss. Some of this information may be really new to you. Let's jump right in. Conventional advice you've probably heard all your life is in order to lose weight, you need to eat less and move more. But has it really been working? Consider the fact that obesity is a sign of the loss of energy on an atomic level, and in order to start losing weight, you need to stop losing electrons to the environment and start gaining electrons back. I understand that this may sound counterintuitive because you'll say, well, a fat person has a lot of fat on their body, so they do have a lot of energy, right? Not necessarily, because a fat person has all that fat but cannot access that fat for energy. And that happens when the accountant for all that energy is actually sleeping. That's the hormone leptin, and we will talk about it a bit later. But by the end of this video, my goal is for you to be able to rethink why weight loss has been hard for you and see new possibilities. When you start looking at it from the energy perspective, it becomes much more manageable to achieve. So, first reason why weight loss has been hard is because you were doing it wrong. No pain, no gain, calories in, calories out. All of that conventional wisdom was based on the notion that a human body is a closed system, but it's not. We are open systems. We interact with the environment. Did you know, for example, that when your blood sugar goes up, you cannot lose weight? Fat burning becomes impossible. You probably know that, but maybe you don't know the other side of the story is that when you are in artificial blue-rich light, with no food in your mouth, you can be increasing your blood sugar just by being in that light. So if you want to lose weight, this needs to be addressed. You can also be living in a completely different environment that your mitochondria expect. Your cell production powerhouses, they can be expecting a completely different thing based on their genetic makeup than what you are giving them. So with this genetic mismatch, you could also be swimming against the current, so to speak. The second reason is the drop in energy efficiency. As we age, we lose about 10% of our energetic efficiency in the mitochondria, those powerhouses of the cell, with every decade. That's why lean people can start gaining weight by their 40s. Their body starts leaking electrons at a faster rate than they're gaining the electrons. They're leaking electrons to the environment. And so they cannot store the redox potential, their battery charge, in the structured water inside of our cells. The third reason is heavy hydrogen overload. What is heavy hydrogen? A molecule that breaks your nanomotors that produce energy for you in the mitochondria. Heavy hydrogen is more present nowadays than it used to be, and with all the processed foods and supplements that we take in, we are consuming much more heavy hydrogen as well. By the way, animal husbandry on a massive scale has been going towards grain-fed in the last few decades, so we're consuming all that meat with that heavy hydrogen from the grains in them, and that's why we're also getting more heavy hydrogen in our tissues. The third reason is the decline in hormones. Declining hormones, they're naturally declining with age, is another reason why weight loss can be exacerbated. Our indoor lifestyle and consumption of processed foods lead to inflammation, which leads to leptin resistance. Leptin is that hormone that I mentioned before that is the accountant for the fat on your body. Leptin also regulates all the other hormones in your body, and that's how important it is. And it's activated by sunlight. When your body is inflamed, leptin cannot get into the brain to communicate to the brain the correct status of energy in your body. Because when you're in a state of systemic inflammation, your cells become unavailable to hormones. The cell receptors, they're like ports where hormone molecules are supposed to dock, they become unavailable to them. So hormonal resistance ensues, and that's why we have leptin resistance and insulin resistance. So let's wrap up what I've shared with you up until now. Here's why weight loss is so hard. Conventional wisdom doesn't work because it doesn't address the atomic level of electrons, protons, and biophotons from light and treats the body as a closed system. Genetic mismatch in the environment, increasing levels of heavy hydrogen in our food and supplements and water, and decreasing energy efficiency as we age. decline in hormones, and systemic inflammation. The solution sounds simple. You have to stop the leak of electrons and start gathering electrons in your body. More energy means that your cells can stop being dormant and start doing all the functions that they're designed to do. The more energy you can gain for your body, the better mitochondria will be able to perform their tasks and steer the genes in the correct fashion and provide all this energy to all of these cells that produce so many things for us. There are thousands and thousands of different cell functions that take place every second in our body. So how can we achieve more energy? Here's a chart I've prepared for you. You can download this PDF in the link in the description below. Choosing foods that provide energy and do not make your mitochondria work overtime to create energy. Having a strong circadian rhythm, a correct light environment, and deep sleep that will provide your mitochondria with everything they need to run the repair programs during the night. Not over-exercising or exercising in artificial blue-rich light that actually increases your stress hormones and stops fat loss. I hope this information has been insightful and helpful. Thanks for watching.